Hello everybody and welcome back to the World of Warcraft. This is episode number 4 in our War Within series. We are here on our Kul Tiran Warrior. And we're picking up this episode in Silithus. Last episode, you didn't miss all too much. We traveled here from Duskwood. We did a few quests, I believe, in the northeast region. We also grabbed the pincer claws from a named Scorpid down here in the south. And that's about all we've done. We did a pretty good sized turn in and we've reached level 21. So that's where we're starting this episode today, guys. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm having a ton of fun on the War Within. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't think that I was truly going to enjoy this series, but I really am. Really am. So what we're going to do to start this episode, guys, is we're going to head over to this Twilight base camp. We're going to knock these 2 quests out real quick, and then we'll head northeast, and we'll go back into the cave we went into last episode to finish up with the Twilight. What I think we have to... Oh, yeah, we have to kill some guy and get his ring, is what it looks like. Alright, so what are we doing here? We're killing more Scorpids and more Dredge Crushers. Got some really good feedback on the series so far. Episode 1 has been uploaded and released as of like, let's see, yesterday? Got my days all mixed up. And a lot of you guys seem to be pretty stoked about it, as am I. I don't think there's anything wrong with playing both versions of the game. Or I say both, but I mean all versions of the game. Cataclysm, Classic, Era Classic, Season of Discovery, War Within, Retail. I think it's actually great. If you have the time to play all of them, do it. Definitely get your money's worth out of the subscription that you pay for, that's for sure. I think for the longest time I think I might have mentioned this in a previous video, but I was just kind of looking at this game all wrong. You know, like, I think if you look at it for what you remember of it, like back in the day, like, it's not the same game as it used to be, clearly. But we have Cataclysm and we have Era for that. Like, it doesn't have to be. And I think once you kind of make that mindset change, you can start to kind of enjoy it a little bit more. At least that's how my brain has worked. For the longest time, I was just like super against retail. Not like against it. Like, I wasn't like boycotting it or anything. I was convinced that it wasn't my thing. And I still don't know if it is, but it's at least allowed me to try it and give it a real chance. But like I said, so far, ton of fun. I'm really enjoying it. Gotta kill a lot of these things, man. It's crazy. Let's just start rounding them up again, or try to at least. We changed our key bindings around. I'm already not used to it. I'm trying to think of what we're gonna do when we complete these 3 zones that we need to complete. I don't know what level we'll be at that point, but depending on where we're at, we may continue with Azeroth quests, but we also might consider maybe even like jumping into a different expansion, maybe like the Burning Crusade. I think it would be cool to kind of keep working towards the Lore Master. And since we knocked out, like once we knock out Western, was it Western Kingdoms? No. What am I think I'm mixing the two up. Kalimdor. Once we complete Kalimdor, I think we could start working on the next thing, because that would give us the Lore Master. So we could start working on maybe like TBC or something. And that might be kind of a fun direction with these series, like even moving forward, if we, you know, when we do our next one, like the next character we level here on the channel, we could continue where we left off. Because let me look, I want to see actually where we're at with that. So Kalimdor will be complete, Eastern Kingdoms will be done, Outland. Oh wow, yeah, we still have a lot of work with Outland, because the only one that I have done is Hellfire Peninsula. Otherwise, everything else we still need. Northrend, we need everything except for Skolazar Basin. Cataclysm, we have 3 that we still need to do. Where's... Pandaria, we have a bunch. Yeah, so quite a bit done in Draenor, actually. We only have 2 zones left there. Lore Master of Legion. We have 2 zones for Legion. I really want to check out Suramar. That's a really cool looking zone to me, and I don't think I've ever quested in it. But yeah, just some things that we could work towards. I think it's kind of hunting down achievements would be kind of fun. Alright, 2 more of these Dredge Crushers. Yeah, so far Warrior seems pretty easy to play, and I actually really enjoy that. I'm glad it's not complicated. I was doing a little bit of research offline about like kind of like I was watching this guy do a tier list of like classes that were easiest for beginners to learn versus the hardest, and he said that playing Druid was like playing the piano. Which makes sense, because I felt like when we're playing Feral Druid here on the channel, like I was just so lost. I was like, what is happening right now? How do we Druid? Silithus, the home of the scorpion. That's crazy. There's so many scorpions here. Okay, that one's done. Now we need the Stalker Fangs. Looks like from these spiders here. I was really wanting to play this character last night. Very bad. But I just didn't have the time to record an episode. But I was just like sitting there like, I even... how you know I really wanted to play. I like opened up retail. I was looking at the character and I was just like, ah, man, I really want to play right now so bad. But I just didn't have the time. But I'm enjoying it so much that it's almost just tempting to make like a character that I can play on my own. But I don't want to burn myself out. That's the part that I don't want to happen. I don't want to like start playing on my own and then burn myself out so that I don't feel like playing this character. Alright, let's head back. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I think it passed. Honestly, though, like, the dragon riding, guys, is actually pretty addicting. Like, it's just fun. It's like a game in itself. Alright. Excellent. You've proven to be a valuable ally in preparing for the war against Silithid.
Walk with the earth.
Looks like we got our friendly rep with Cenarian Circle increased.
Well, spit it out.
This is our last chance to save Noggle. Hurry.
If you ever need anything.
Yes, it seems to be working. Noggle is coming too. We owe you big time. We get some health potions and some mana potions, or we get to choose between the two. Oh, we definitely take the health potions. Where am I? Where's my bag? I must have lost it while fleeing from Deathclasp, the giant scorpid. In my rush to escape, I walked right into a nest of stone-lashed flares. The satchel I was carrying had all sorts of rare reagents in it. Without them, me and Beatix won't be able to make the potions that Cenarian Hold needs. I'm too weak to get up yet, but I can make it worth your while if you bring back my reagents. I ran into Deathclasp in the southern mountain range, behind Bronzebeard's camp, retrieved Noggle's satchel from the mountains in the south of Silithus, and returned it to him at Cenarian Hold. We already killed, what was his name? Deathclasp in the last episode. I guess we should have waited for that. Before we head down there, let's actually go do this quest up here in the cave. We're not doing this in the most efficient route, clearly, because we've already had to go in this. We already went in this cave in the last episode. I guess we didn't really need to yet. So we'll keep blendering them up as we go deeper into the cave. Hopefully, they don't die. They're actually doing quite a bit of damage to us. Maybe that's not the best play here. Nah, we're fine. That impending victory really comes in clutch. Okay, do we... Looks like it's just up here. This guy, Viral the Vile. We should be able to just charge him in. That's a lot of them. Okay, what did we get here? Mail. Ooh, nice. Actually, we use plate, huh? Yeah, we use plate. No mail for us. Okay, it looks like we got the ring. We're gonna head out now. Be really cool to get some like enchants on these weapons or something. We're at 161 gold already. That's crazy. I don't know like what a good amount of gold is to have in this game. If someone wants to let me know, that'd be great. I still want to head back to Stormwind and turn war mode on, and also check the auction house for some bags. See how much those are going for. Okay. Might as well go down and do this quest that's south before we go turn this in. Let's see how fast we can get over there. Mach 10 speed. Here we go. Oh, we're gonna have to kill him again, it looks like. Okay, we got it. Noggle's Satchel. What is this thing on the map here? Travel through time to another point in Silithus' history? What does that mean?
Greetings.
Sourmouse, have you defeated Viral the Vile? Do you have his signet ring? You've done it. Viral is killed. This can only mean doom for the Twilight Hammer's operations in Silithus. There may be more of them scum scurrying about, but the blow you dealt to the cult today is one from which they will not easily recover. It's a pretty solid brace, or some gloves there. If we have room for them. Jeez.
Go in peace.
Cool, let's equip those, see what those look like. Pretty ugly. Not gonna lie. Can we fly in here? Oh, okay, barely. Alright, Noggle. Here's your satchel, buddy. Yes, you brought my satchel back, and my rare regents are all here. I'll be in your debt for a long time. I'm gonna get a potion of agility or mana. Oh, I guess we'll take the agility and critical strike. Gosh, our damn bags, man. It's crazy. Let's get rid of the blunting mace. Okay, that's level 22. Let's go ahead and use our talent point here. Bounding Stride. Reduce the cooldown of Heroic Leap by 15 seconds. And Heroic Leap now also increases your movement speed by 70% for 3 seconds. That's kind of nice. Pain and Gain. When you take any damage, heal for 2% of your maximum health. What? Frothing Berserker. Rampage has a 20% chance to immediately refund 10% of the rage spent. I'm gonna go with Pain and Gain. Like, again, that kind of synergizes with the build we've kind of been working on so far. I do want to grab these quests, but I want to go up here to Zidormi and check out and see what's going on there. I'm interested to see what that means. Travel through to another point in Silithus history.
Light be with you.
Silithus has ever been a magnet for ancient, malevolent powers. I could open a timeway to reveal how the Black Empire once sprawled across these sands, or show you wars waged between my mighty armies. So much history, so much pain. But that can wait. I believe you are here for another purpose. Can you show me what Silithus was like before the wound in the world?
Be careful.
When you wish to return to Silithus as it appears in the present, you have to but ask. What just happened? I'm so confused. Is it like take us back to like pre-Kata? Is there a difference in this town? I don't see a difference in the town. I don't really see any differences at all. Yeah, I'm not really sure what any of that means. Let's accept these quests.
Hive.
A camp of Twilight Hammer cultists once thrived northwest of here. If you were to venture there now, you'd find the area swarming with elementals and nothing but scattered pieces of wood and canvas to mark the spot where their camp was. I've recovered a few fragments of a clay tablet from the site, but I have too few of them to piece together anything useful. See if you can find the remaining tablet fragments so we can shed some light into the Twilight Hammer's presence here in Silithus.
Watch your back.
It's a portal to the Blasted Lands.
Greetings.
My dear Natalia has gone missing. Truth be told, she had been acting strangely for weeks leading up to her disappearance. I had caught her talking to herself when no one was around on more than one occasion. She was adamant that everything was okay and that she must be allowed to continue her research. She was last seen headed into Bronzebeard's camp to the south. My soldiers are spread too thin, Sourmouse. I need you to go to the Bronzebeard camp and question those dwarves.
May the stars guide you.
Our inventory's full. So before we go, we really need to sell. That's for sure.
I'm listening.
Let's make sure that's done. There's got to be a vendor somewhere. Oh wait, I'm dumb because we have our vendor mount. I always forget this, guys. That's crazy.
I have many
Let's
wares.
also repair all of our items. Let's see. Man, it'd be cool if one of these mounts had like a mailbox or something. Because I need to get rid of these. Or not a mailbox. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of an auction person. That would be cool. Yeah, we need to get rid of a lot of this.
Punches, lucky doos and rope.
We just do not have the space to be carrying this many BOEs. That's soulbound. I don't think we're going to be using the shield, so I'm going to get rid of it. Get rid of this. I think we're done with these. Everything else I kind of wanted to try and sell. That can go. Alright. Let's get back on our mount here. We're gonna go try and find some more Twilight fragments. Okay, yeah, they're on the ground. Okay. So... where's... hold on a second. Spellbook. General. I know I took this off last time. Where's the one that switches our writing? I know we had it. I feel like such a noob, guys. Spellbook, general. It's got to be in general, right? Warband, skywriting, revive battle pets, haymaker, auto attack, armor skills, brush it off, expert writing. Like literally none of these. Skywriting, so switch flight style. There it is. Hiding from me. So the reason I want to have that on our bar. Oh, I already did. I'm dumb. It was literally already on a bar. I thought I took it off. The reason I want to have this on is because for quests like this, I don't like using the dragon riding. I feel like I usually like launch myself way too high in the air, and I just want to be able to kind of have some more control over it, I guess. We're gonna have to kill him. Okay, now we can switch flight styles back. Since we're done. And we can fly to the other end of the map down here south. This looks like the camp to me. We're gonna interrogate some dwarves.
You got my attention.
Hello, Rutgar. The commander has sent me here to gather some information about his missing wife. You best have a seat then. This is going to be a long one. When we initially arrived in Silithus, Mistress Merilith was the first of the Night Elves from Cenarian Hold to join the expedition. Our routine was nothing out of the ordinary. Form a party to venture into the various hives and search for the lost artifacts. That sounds dangerous. It sure is. Those hives were abuzz with various Silithid that were none too happy to see us. Everything was going fine until we came across a glyphed crystal and Hive Regal. She was drawn to it like a moth to a flame. She put her pretty little cheek up against the crystal and it instantly entered a trance-like state. Naturally, this worried my crew. We picked her up and carried her out of there with a quickness. What happened to her after that? We took her to the commander with hopes that the druids of this circle could fix her up. Sure enough, they were able to wake her up. We figured our business with the circle was done and we could get back to work. A few weeks passed and everything was going fine. Brain was still around back then so we had to Bran was still around back then, so we had a bit of order in our work structure. Then one day, out of the blue, she appeared back at our camp. Natalia? Are you daft? Who else would I be talking about? Yes, the girl, Mistress Marlith. Anywho, she was back and not in that good of a mood. That's when the demands started flowing. What demands? She demanded that we immediately head back to Hive Regal. Bran would have none of that sass. He told her that there's no way we would go back into those hives without an army backing us up. It had gotten far too dangerous. The number of those stinking insects seemed to have tripled from when we first ventured into them. That's when Natalia lost it. Lost it? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? She went nutso. The girl went straight crazy on us. Now, ordinarily, I don't hit girls, but after I recovered from the blackout, I was pretty damned angry. Bran Rutgar, me and the monkey went positively orc on her. It's a miracle we were able to fend her off. She seemed almost possessed. Possessed by what? Who knows? Anyhow, that was the last I saw of her. Maybe Frankel can give you better information. Not to steer off topic here, as I'm sure the work you're doing for the commander is important, but we're on to something huge here. Huge. Our requests to Ironforge for an army have so far fallen on deaf ears. Apparently, we stretched too thin in protecting the realm or some such nonsense. Once you take your report back to the commander, come back here with some friends. We need your help. I'll be back once I straighten this mess out.
Watch your back.
And now we're going to go talk to Frankel.
How are ya?
Look up to the heavens, warrior. The dragonflights have not been seen in this area for 1,000 years. Those Kuraji are up to something. I just know it. Hello, Frankel. I've heard that you might have some information as to the whereabouts of Mistress Natalia Marlith. Oh, brother. Not this again. Have a seat, Sonny. I'm sure Rutger has told you some of the story already, so I'll spare you on the boring details and get right down to the nitty-gritty. That's what I like to hear. Right then. So the mistress had come back for a second go at the hives, but Bran was having none of that nonsense. Before the melee began, she started talking to something or someone. Crazier still, she started chanting in a language none of us had ever heard. That's odd. You're telling me. It's even stranger considering Bran Rutgar, me and the monkey, we know 38 different languages including a touch of Titan, both Vanir and Aesir. So anyway, whatever she was click-clacking about, it definitely wasn't with anyone present. She then nodded and went on the offensive. Attacked us outright. You couldn't handle a lone night elf priestess? Listen, Sonny, I'll have you know that whatever attacked us was no priestess of nothing. Her eyes were aglow with something evil, and she was genuinely frothing at the mouth. She came in, did some kind of crazy scream, and then sent us all running in separate directions and started flaying our minds one by one. I'd be hearing shadowy words in my head, watching the others periodically black out here and there. It was madness. We would have been done for if not for the damned monkey. I've been meaning to ask you about that monkey. What's there to ask? He's a monkey, you crazy fool. Anyhow, so yeah, the monkey went into a frenzy after seeing old Bran flop into the sand face first. Nothing the night elf could do was stopping Glib here from pounding on her noggin. Then what? I'll tell you then what. She went running straight for the hive. And you know what's crazier? Not a single damn bug got in her way or tried to stop her. She ran through all of them as if she'd been best friends with them for centuries. What a story. So she went into Hive Regal, and that was the last you saw of her? Yep. Thanks for the information, Frankel. Looks like a quest popped up for us. So that was a lot of lore. That's pretty interesting. I bet you most people don't read those. That's kind of fun. Commander Marlith's voice rings out from the shard. Whether she's alive or dead, I must do what is right. She must be found. Alas, I am bound by duty to this outpost. Will you help me once more, Sourmouse? We will. I need you to venture into Hive Regal and find what became of my dearest Natalia. This will be no easy task for you. Before you dive headlong into the maw of madness, make sure that you speak with those dwarves further. They might be able to give you some tips on dealing with the Silithid that inhabit that hive. And Sourmouse, if she truly is as mad as they say, do what you must. All right.
Great to meet you.
And now they have quests for us. I think I can formulate an elixir that will allow us to more readily decipher the glyphs and language of the Silithid and Kiraji. What do I need? Glad you asked. I need brains. Normally I need a brain from each Silithid type that inhabit the hives. Another brave explorer brought me 2 of them here and never came back from Hive Regal. Bring me back a Silithid brain from Hive Regal and be careful not to end up like him. Obtain an intact Hive Regal Silithid brain from any Silithid in Hive Regal. So we're going there anyway, so that's good news.
How are you?
After our initial foray into the hives and Mistress Marilith's subsequent madness, the 3 hives have been spewing out bugs. The increased activity might be tied into the glyphs covering those strange crystals. If I can get rubbings of those crystals and the glyphs on them, we might be able to make sense of the madness. Take this transcription set and hit Hive Regal to the east. That's the last rubbing I need.
Be good.
So we got a bunch of quests to go in there now. I guess we'll make that. How are we doing on time? 36 minutes in. We can do this. We got plenty of time here. So pretty interesting. That's some good lore. These wasp-looking things are things we need to kill. But I would imagine we have to actually go in here. So we'll see what we can get down here, and then we'll grab any stragglers when we're done. Get them on the way out up top. That's a dead end. So this is actually where... Oh, this is where Encourage is. You know what, guys? I had no idea. Is this a dead end too? Looks like it. Okay, this one has loot. That's a good sign. We got the brain. Nice. Okay. This place is kind of a maze, though. Not gonna lie. We gotta pay attention to the map and make sure we're going the direction we need to go. Oh, something stealth. Oh, there's Cenarian Scout.
Greetings.
Looks like it's this way. I know this is random, but I want to look and see what the Kul Tiran dance is. I don't think I've ever seen it. What dance is this? That's funny. Okay. Looks like this. Oh, is this her? Mistress? Yeah, it is. All right, let's pull this one. What is that? More of the leather gear. There's tons of leather gear dropping for us. It's crazy. All right, Mistress Natalia Marilith. She's sitting here crouching in front of a crystal. So we're just gonna kill her, huh? Like it doesn't. There's no lore or anything. Sithun will take this world. I want to see what she looks like. Yeah, she looks pretty crazy. We're stunned. Use the transcription device to gather a rubbing. Alright, we got it. That's it. We got all the quests completed. That's actually pretty solid. Let's get out of here. Is there a way? I just want to make sure, because sometimes the game is just gives you way outs and stuff, but it doesn't look like that's the case here. Just want to double check before we make the long walk. Man, this place is confusing though, not gonna lie. Very maze-like. It's not bad if you're staring at the map up here and watching where you're going, but if the moment you look away, you can easily get lost. We could probably transmog some of our gear right now. But it's the thing about transmog, and this is a very hot take, and I know it is. But the thing about transmog that I don't like is that, wait, did we went the wrong way again? Oh no. Did we? I wish we could like zoom out on the map and see further, because I have no idea where I'm going right now. I thought that was the right way. That was a total dead end. That's crazy. No, it couldn't have been. That couldn't have been the wrong way. Is it this way? No? Dude, I'm so confused right now. Is this it? Okay, no, all right. I knew it. I knew that was the right way. I didn't even see that entrance. Okay, let's go back to the dwarves. We'll turn these in.
Here there. Off with you.
I can't make heads or tails of these glyphs. I've never seen anything like it. I hope Frankel's research can shed some light on this mess.
Watch, get her back. Hi. Off with you.
Outstanding. Don't wander off too far, kid. We might need you to take on another task or two.
Watch your back. Talk to me.
We're on the verge of a breakthrough, Sourmouse. The rubbings you recovered have allowed us to recreate the glyphs on this crystalline prism. They are apparently a means for the Kiraji and other unknown entities to communicate various messages to the Silithid. Unfortunately, that is all we could get out of the glyphs. We need to find a way to unlock the messages hidden within the crystals. Take the glyph crystal prism to geologist Larksbane at Cenarian Hold. She might be able to help.
Off with you.
We're going back to the town. Fortunately, we're going to have to give bad news about this guy's wife. Guess we'll go do that first.
Peace be with you.
Commander Merilith clutches at his chest. Sithun? What is the meaning of all of this? What is Sithun? How could this fiend have turned my sweet Natalia into the monster that you described?
Good luck, friend.
That's it. So, I really like that there's like this chapter tracker. So we're 2 out of 5 chapters deep in Silithus so far.
Great to meet you. Off with you. Keep your feet on the
Just
ground.
as I suspected, I can decipher individual words in the tablets, but they appear to be devoid of any logic or meaning. It is not unknown for Twilight's hammer sects to use a code to hide the meaning of their text. We'll have to go to someone who knows more about this sort of thing.
Watch your back.
There are rumors of a Twilight's hammer member called Ortel having deserted his sect. Word has it he hid in the mountains south of Southwind Village, where he lives as a hermit. Perhaps you can enlist his help in deciphering the tablet. Take the restored tablet with you and seek out Ortel.
Off with you. Keep your feet on
The reason the
ground.
dwarves could have not deciphered the glyphs is because there is nothing to decipher. The shifting outer layer of the prism most properly aligned with the inner crystal markings in order for the message to be transmitted. Clever. While we should be able to translate this data, we must first unlock the code. There is only one clue on the surface of the prism, assuming the rubbings were transferred correctly, and it looks grim.
Be good.
I think that was another chapter complete. Yeah, 3 out of 5. So we only have 2 more left. Alright, so now we're going to go find the hermit to see if he can help us crack the code here. Apparently he's in the mountains. Looks like him here. Hermit Ortel.
How are you?
You. How did you find me? Who are you? You weren't followed, were you? Speak.
See you later.
I see you're familiar with my old organization. You must be with Cenarian Hold. You seek information to use against them? Come closer. Perhaps we can be of mutual assistance.
Have a good one.
Level 23, guys. The Twilight's Hammer were not kind to those that leave their ranks. They hunt me to this day like I am some sort of beast. Needless to say, an enemy of theirs is a friend of mine. To decipher this tablet, I'll need the book used by their scribes to encode secret messages, the Twilight Lexicon. It's such an important tool that they keep its 3 chapters in different locations. The officers entrusted with Lexicon are known as Twilight Keepers. Look for them at Twilight's Hammer camps. Bring me 3 chapters of the Twilight Lexicon to Hermit Ortel and
See you around.
Silithus. Let's go ahead and use our talent point real quick as well. It is a Fury talent this time. Improved Execute is an option. Execute no longer costs Rage and now generates 20 Rage. Invigorating Fury and Rage regeneration lasts 3 seconds longer and instantly heals for 10%. Your attacks have a chance to reset the cooldown of Execute and make it usable on any target. That might be... Actually, let's go Improved Bloodthirst first, and then I might go into Sudden Death. Okay. Awesome sauce. Let's go see if we can find those pages for him real quick. So we're just gonna kill more of these guys. And it's only the specific ones, it looks like. It looks like it's the Twilight Keepers. We got chapter 3. Now we just need chapter 1 and 2. See if we can find this other guy. Okay, so it's 1 at every different post. That makes it easy. Got it. What's that? Cloth gear. Alright, now we're going to get chapter 2 down here at the south. Southwest, I guess. Easy. Pretty cool zone, honestly, guys. Like, it's it seems like in classic it probably wasn't very good. It's probably a horrible zone in classic, but I'm enjoying it. Like, the atmosphere is different.
Hey there. See you later.
Yes, there are parts to the book. Let's get started then. Or these are the parts of the book. Let's get started then, Sourmouse. Swap every third word with words from the second chapter, then swap every other word with words from the first chapter. Wait, did I get that backwards?
See you around.
Okay, here we are. A pretty valuable chunk of information, I must say. I've seen the Cenarian Circle forces arrive at Silithus. They plan to drive the Twilight's hammer out, don't they? This will help. Take this parchment to their leader, Commander Merilith. Soon, the Twilight's hammer will be vanquished, and I will be outside their grasp for good.
Safe travels.
Now that I have the Twilight lexicon in my possession, there is a small favor I'd like to ask of you. My former organization has a secret encoded bulletin they circulate on a monthly basis. If they make any progress searching for me, or if they call off the search, word will be published on the True Believer. Although this information is obviously valuable to me, the publication contains other useful information that I can share. Bring me any encoded text you find on Twilight Hammer's members.
Have a good one.
Okay, so now we gotta go get encrypted Twilight text. There really, like, isn't that many mobs in the zone, though. Like, you have your Dredge Crushers, you have your Scorpions, and then you have, like, your Twilight Cultists, and, like, that's, like, pretty much all we've seen. I guess you got, like, the Wasps and, the Beetles, too, but that's pretty much it. Alright, this looks like where we need to go. Is it something on the ground that we need to pick up? I might die here. That was a little too many. Man, that was a lot. Okay. Let's reassess. What do we have to do? Gotta be someone we kill. Do we have to click on these stones, maybe? Huh, I'm a little confused. There's so many mobs. Ooh, this is all. This is even more than the first time. I think this is for sure a death. You need to be really careful. Make sure we're using Bloodthirst and Impending Victory. Oh no, that's dead. Yeah. I saw that coming. That's not a far walk though, at least. Whoops. Okay, let's throw that buff back on here. Okay, we did get one. Okay, so we just essentially need to gather 10 more of these things. And I think these are the same ones that we farmed earlier. And you know what? I think I just sold a bunch of them. Either that or I deleted them, which is very possible. Yeah, because they're at every camp.
Peace, friend.
Yeah. I think we just deleted them. I had 3 in my bags. I didn't think we were going to need them again. That's a bummer. This quest is probably going to take a while. Because it took a while last time, too. Alright, we did it finally. Wow, that only took 500 years. That's crazy. Yeah, I had to cut all that out because it was just, it took forever. Like, that was just insane. I didn't feel like drop rates like that still existed in this game. That was like a vanilla quest is what that was. Anyway, we're done with it. We have the 10 pages. We have to bring them back to that hermit guy.
What brings you here?
What is this you bring to me, Sourmouse?
Go in peace.
This is very interesting. Information indeed. This sheds some light on the presence of the Twilight's hammer and Silithus and will undoubtedly help us in our struggle against them. Your efforts will be handsomely rewarded, warrior.
Farewell.
I believe that's another chapter completed. That's 4 out of 5. We are almost done with this place. That's crazy. I feel like that was incredibly fast. And the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to fly back down to the hermit. And we're going to turn this quest in. Maybe he'll train into some more stuff that we can do.
You need something? See you around.
Excellent. I will get to decoding these as soon as possible. If I find anything of importance, I'll find some way to get the information to you. Boom, there it is, guys. Silithus quest. We've completed them all.
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
All of them are done. We've 100%ed Silithus. That was relatively fast. Not gonna lie. Alright, cool. So, next episode, we'll have to make our way over to Ungoro Crater, which should be a pretty quick flight. Either we'll go to Ungoro Crater or we'll make the trip to Feralis, which is actually right here. Is it Feralis or Felwood that we need to do? Now I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's Feralis. We need to do these 2 zones, I'm pretty sure. And we'll get those knocked out. I would imagine, you know, we can probably get them done pretty quickly considering how fast we knocked out Silithus. And then we'll figure something else out. But that's going to be an adventure for another day, guys. I appreciate every single one of you watching. And like I said, I hope you are enjoying the series. I'm still having a ton of fun. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.